People's Party celebrates 73th anniversary of Kwame Nkrumah with the launch of CPP membership mobilization code named Operation Takeover. Speaking at the event was the senior comrade for CPP, Mr. Sylvester Soprano, stated that they are committed to Convention People's Party and the Republic of Ghana with a determination in order to establish economic independence and hope for Ghanaian youth.
Mobilization code for the rejuvenation and resuscitation of our glorious CPP. There are some who think that we are playing games, but heaven knows that we are committed to the Convention People's Party, and we are committed to the Republic of Ghana, and we are determined. It's the H.E administration, and indeed from the National Democratic Congress, so that we can bring to the peoples of this country a certain economic independence, so that we can bring to the youth of this country hope that they can get jobs, hope that they can get housing, hope that they can get Ghana. We are calling upon the good people of this country, especially upon the youth, because you see, the future that we are fighting for is not for anyone but the youth. In this country today, we have lost hope that the youth of this country is relegated to living a life in kiosk. We, the glorious Ghanaian people, relegated to a life living in wooden kiosk. We don't even have toilets that we can go and ease ourselves. And the youth of this country, they are forced to ease themselves in polythene bags under the Nekufuado. We are determined to put an end to this. And so on this day, standing and walking in the footsteps of Osaji for Dr. Kwame Nkrumah, we call upon every Ghanaian, whether you are young, whether you are old, whether you are disabled, whether you are able, whether you are a man, whether you are a woman, to stand up for this our republic and recover it from the ruinous administration of President Nekufuado. Forward ever into a victory where there is dignity and jobs and housing and good health care for the people of this country.
According to the chairperson for Convention People's Party, Her Excellency Akosua Sarpong Frimpomaa, in her address said that CPP is at the front of the change in Ghana with the aim of empowering Ghanaian youth to have their place with determination to be restituted back to their rightful place.
Some of you here might think it's just one of the ceremonies or one of the celebrations of Nkrumah or one of the days that CPP is having its anniversary. The multitude of people. I see multitude of people. Aside from Dr. Kwame Nkrumah spoke to 60,000, I am speaking to millions of youth across the country. Because of technology, things have changed. And CPP is at the front of the change. It is said that when you use technology, the advancement of technology can look like magic. And so I want to tell you that CPP is about to create magic in this country. I just want you to understand.
Tell them, madam.
Long were the days when our father Osaji for Dr. Kwame Nkrumah had to run from one station to the other station, from one train to the other train. Today, you don't do that. Young people stay online 24 hours. As I'm talking to you, somebody who's already sick, paralyzed, can't speak on a bed, can take and dial a number I'm going to give the person. CPP, we are the front, we are changing the way politics is done in this country. It is about time that we are able to say that indeed the African man is capable. And the reason for which we took the independence, the reason for which the youth of this country fought for the independence, the same reason the youth of this country are going to go and fight for the economic independence. They are going to take the responsibility. Let me tell every youth, nothing happens until you move. It is not written until you write it. Nobody is going to create any magic for you. It has never happened and it won't happen. The Ghanaian must do it. I believe in the Ghanaian youth. The Ghanaian youth is endowed and has a certain power and resource. The same power that made the colonial invaders leave this country those years without any resistance. The same power is going to make you take back this country and make sure that you have accommodation. You see the containers that is being spoken about. My heart bleeds for the youth of the country. When somebody wants accommodation, the person must have 2-3 years. It is pathetic. For years I traveled. We've lived outside. Go to London, go to the US, go to other parts of the country. I see the same youth I see today there. Indeed, I see more intelligent youth in Ghana. More intelligent youth of today. When you don't need we adults, you are the best. When you don't need adults, the youth of Ghana goes to the World Club. They fight with nothing, with kenke and fish. They become world champions from Buko. They don't need government to do anything. They only stand and fight with their spirit and their soul, and they get to the world champion. The Ghanaian youth is endowed with a special power that if we can harness it, we will definitely rule the world, at least in our own world. And that is what CPP intends to do. That was the reason for which we asked the white invaders to leave this country, because we knew that we can manage, not mismanage, but manage our own lives. Yes. Let me tell you, the young boys in my village, all they need is the same spirit. They just put an empty can. They don't even need to have sneakers. They will take a ball, sometimes a make-believe ball, and they get to the world, and they are world champions. Because they don't need you and I to tell them to throw their legs and play football. When the Ghanaian doesn't need we adults, they are the best. They are the best. I'm here to tell the youth of this country, every single one of you has something to contribute. Everybody has an improvement in or them. And Poma spirit is a spirit of dedication, a spirit of belief in yourself, a spirit that you believe that God created you in His image and gave you powers and authority to be able to manage your own affairs. That spirit is in all the youth are here. These small young people who sit here, they are all endowed with authority spirit. And today, we stand here to rekindle that spirit. Those of us who have a little advanced in age, we are putting ourselves as a sacrifice to ensure that the youth of this country will take over the power. You want Ghana fixed? You want Ghana fixed? Yes. We want you to fix Ghana yourself. There is no way to fix this country unless you belong to a political power. That is what the Constitution says. Come join CPP. Come take over. Take over the governance of this country. Take over the governance of this country. You want accommodation? Take over the governance of this country. You want to have, excuse me, toilet facilities that you can go use? Take over the governance of this country. It is not magic. It is just a desire. Osagifo has already set the way. We already have the plan. All we need is you. Our mothers that you saw here today, the fathers you've seen today, they've done their part. Most of them are gone. Let's not sit there and say, Osagifu ewaha enka. Osagifu niha madaroma. Osagifu kop, but Osagifu dinechi echa. Osagifu home show pieremu. Osagifu yemo fiamo. Osagifu eke omo. Let's all come together on. Technology has made it better and easy. You don't have any excuse. Even if you are an MPP's daughter or child, or son, or wife, or husband, do you want Ghana fish? Do you want a better Ghana? I want to tell you, I've lived outside for a long time. My son used to be called Black Bill Gates because there's no difference between the black person and the white person intellectually when they are exposed properly. Let's give our children opportunity. You, the youth for today, you have the energy. You are the one with the power. If you do not take what I'm telling you today, don't complain again. If you do not take the opportunity we are giving you today, listen to me. You press, please. If you do not take the opportunity, stop complaining about corruption. Yes. Stop complaining about the Gansua corruption. Stop complaining because it won't happen until you make it happen.
The flag bearer for Convention People's Party, Her Excellency Akosua Sarpong Frimpomaa, in an interview with Nation One TV, said that CPP is a spirit that must be ignited, and she urged everyone to register with CPP membership code in order to collectively rebuild the broken walls of stability that Ghanaians are waiting for.
Is the magic for CP 920277. A magic for CP. And now you're doing so yes. 18 American or side for China or the CP. I feel so yes. And then it is a polling station by a constitution. They have 17 in each polling station. Women's organizer, deputy, chairperson, vice chair, treasurer, all the executives. They have 17. Over 17 now, there were about 40,000 polling stations, 6,200 election area. On the cap one, we are looking at 800 executives. Period. We have 800 executives in India. Oh no, they won't. I didn't hear them. I didn't. Any magic, but we will create magic. It's 800,000 and people the lady whose husband died, saving his life for Osadifo. How many people will even do it today? You and I know that today is corruption day. If somebody had a gun or even like the bomb was, they will run and leave the president himself. That was the CPP we are talking about. I was there, I was in school with that, the son when the father died. You understand? This is the same real CPP today. Let nobody deceive you. CPP is a vision. CPP is an ideal, and it's the same ideals that we represent. It's the same philosophy. It is not about dead people or old people. We are asking the young, the reason why we brought the old generation today, not to tell you that it's an old party, but they wanted to tell you they want to hand over the party to you because they don't have the energy anymore. They are done. It is your turn. They are sad to see where the country is going. CPP is a spirit just like being a Christian. It is the principle for which Christ stood for. It is the principle for which Osadifo stood for. That we are sitting and talking today. We are not just speaking. It's not about rhetorics. I want to ignite the spirits of Osadifo in every youth in this country.